Hi Moles, welcome to another episode of The Creakers. We're actually getting very close to the end now. Look how much we've read versus how much we need to read. Very exciting. And thank you for all of your work today. I've been marking it all and sending it all back. It's absolutely fantastic. It's so exciting getting all your work through and hearing from you. So thank you very much. Let's carry on with The Creakers. The grown-ups screwed up their faces in confusion. Rubbish, Piers and Snorgan barked. Yes, exactly, Lucy said. Rubbish. They love our rubbish. Our litter, our mess, muck and mould and more. They want our waste and they're tired of all you grown-ups wasting it. Wasting it? Said the mayor, frowning. We just throw it away. It's waste. Precisely. Then where does it go? Into the oceans, buried in the ground, burned up into smoke in the sky? Lucy said, These creakers can't get it if we do that, and without it they can't survive. That's why they snatched you lot and left us kiddlings. Us kids. We're messy and we never clear stuff up. We leave it all out where they can get their hands on it. And what were they doing with us down here? What is this place? Shouted Mrs. McScroodles, the sweetie lady. Well, you were all swept away with the power of this world. It makes everything that is into isn't, everything that was into wasn't. Your stressful grown-up tidy mess-free lives became fun and childish again. You were making mess for the creakers, Lucy said. Like cows in a farm, Old Man Carvey said, shaking his head. I guess you could say that, yes. A mess farm, Lucy said. Aren't we all forgetting the most important question? How do we get out? Piers Snorgan asked. Shh, Lucy said. If you want something down here, you have to ask in the right way. You mean the wrong way, Old Man Carvey said. Exactly, replied Lucy, pleased. A way that this place understands. Lucy paced up and down, trying to come up with a plan to get out, trying to think like a grown-up, but her mind was blank. Then she stopped on the spot and rolled her eyes at herself. Come on, Lucy, she thought. Trying to do something in the Walleb is one sure way of making sure you can't do it. She took a new approach. She stopped trying to be the hero who saves all the grown-ups and gets them home safely to their kids. She closed her eyes and cleared her mind. She imagined she was just an 11-year-old girl who didn't have a clue how to get out of the trap she was in and wasn't really bothered about thinking of a way to rescue all the grown-ups from life on this mess farm. Suddenly, a very clever idea floated through the air and slipped inside Lucy's mind. She felt like a light bulb had just gone bing above her head, like one of those big red recording lights at television studios when they're live on air. That's it, thought Lucy. That's definitely not it. Mr. Snorgan, she said to Piers. What? Your television camera. Will it broadcast down here up into our world? Lucy said hopefully. Certainly not. Heaven knows how deep underground we are. The chances of broadcasting a live television signal out of here are absolutely hopeless, Piers said. A huge smile appeared on Lucy's face. Brilliant! Oh no, that's not what I wanted to hear at all, she said, winking. Suddenly, the red recording light on top of the wakey Whiffington camera pinged on. They were live. Piers Snorgan stared at the camera and scratched his head. I don't understand it. How did... Never mind now, hissed Lucy. Just pretend you're presenting a normal show. Yes, go on. Listen to Lucy, urged the mayor, nudging Piers towards the camera. Obediently, Piers switched into cheesy TV presenter mode. Good morning, Whiffington. This is... Lucy Dunkston, Lucy interrupted, standing directly in front of the camera and waving. Remember me? I'm the girl who wanted to watch the news and go to school and helped you get your hands out of the biscuit jars, used the hoover to suck the Play-Doh out of your noses and stopped you crashing all the cars. Well, now I need your help. She took a deep breath, crossed her fingers for luck. I really, really, really hope someone is watching this, she said. This is breaking news. I have found the grown-ups. Okay, Lucy on the telly. Oh. Chapter 23. Lucy's Orders. Would you please be quiet? Norman grumbled to Ella, who was jumping up and down and yelling in excitement at seeing Lucy on the telly. Lucy, there's Lucy's there, Norm. She's on the news. I told you so. I told you so. She sang, dancing in circles. Yes, but we have to listen to what she's saying. He grabbed the remote control and turned up the volume. I have found the grown-ups, announced Lucy, and I need your help getting them back. Ella and Norman gasped. Quickly, where's that megaphone? Said Norman, searching the room and then running into the kitchen to keep looking. Triumphantly, he pulled the megaphone Lucy had confiscated out of the fridge. He ran into the street, placed the now freezing cold megaphone to his mouth and pressed the button. Children of Whiffington! His voice echoed around the houses as little heads poked out of windows and over fences. Lucy is on our TV! Our parents have been found! There was a slight pause. Then a tremendous clatter arose in Clutter Avenue as every child stampeded to Lucy's house. They burst through her front door and gathered in front of her TV set to hear Lucy's announcement together. It's Mama and Papa, Ella cried as Norman came running back into Lucy's living room, squeezing past the crowd of children sitting on children that now filled it. There they are, in the crowd behind Lucy, Ella said, pointing. Norman recognised them instantly. They wore matching silk pyjamas with their initials sewn onto the pockets, and Ella's father had an enormous mayor's hat perched on his head. And that's my dad, gasped Norman, spotting his father. He was pretty easy to see too, as he was wearing his full Scout leader uniform and looked like an oversized, bald version of Norman. One by one, all the children pointed out their mums and dads, nans and granddads. They were even excited to see their teachers. There's not much time to explain. You're just going to have to trust me from one kid to another. I need you to do something no child wants to do, Lucy said into the microphone. Her voice rang out of the TV like a beacon of hope, like a true leader about to ask the impossible of her followers. Okay, so I'll admit it. We've had fun without the grown-ups. We've stayed up late, eaten all the junk food our bodies desired, and even watched movies rated higher than PG. But it's time we faced reality. Look at the town. Look at yourselves. Lucy paused, but the kids of Whiffington didn't need to look. They knew where Lucy was going with this. They knew she was right. It's a mess. We're a mess. It's time to get the grown-ups back. There was a burst of applause from inside the panicked Dunxton living room as the children suddenly realised how much they missed their grown-ups, how much they needed them. Here's how we're going to do it, Lucy said. I need you to do something. You won't enjoy it, but it has to be done. The time has come when we must do our duty and put the needs of these poor, useless grown-ups before our own. Lucy took a deep breath, hoping that someone was watching. She had no idea that she had the children of Whiffington hanging on her every word. There comes a time when we must make our beds. A gasp of horror echoed down Clutter Avenue. The children burst into panicked cries of outrage. She's gone doolally, Ella said, twisting her fingers around her head. Shh, Norman hissed. Keep listening. All the children of Whiffington. I know it'll be hard, but don't do it for yourselves. Do it for your mums and dads. Lucy stepped out of the way and allowed the camera to film the scared, tired, dishevelled-looking grown-ups who were shivering from sugar withdrawal. Off camera, she kept speaking. It is time to strip those bed sheets, flip those mattresses, open your curtains, and let the sun shine wherever it never usually shines. Under your beds. Children, to your rooms, Lucy ordered. And at her command, the children of Whiffington began marching back to their houses and up to their bedrooms with purpose. Right, you heard her, Norman said, as he and Ella scrambled back upstairs and burst into Lucy's bedroom. Normellatron, assemble, he boomed. What? Never mind. Quickly, take off the pillows, he said, as he pulled back the duvet and ripped off the sheets. And open the curtains, he added. Curtains? Why? Lucy said to let the sun shine where it never usually shines, under the bed, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Norman lifted up the mattress and rested it against the wall as Ella pulled the curtains back, allowing the morning sunlight to flood the room with its warmth. They both stood side by side, staring through the bed slats at the floorboards beneath. Floorboards that were usually kept in darkness, hidden in shadow. Now they were exposed to sunlight. All at once, Norman and Ella could see what they were hiding. The solid wooden floor beneath the bed bubbled and hissed like a witch's cauldron as the sunlight was shone directly onto it. "Norman, look!" Ella said, noticing something out of the window. From Lucy's bedroom, they could see curtains opening in the bedrooms of every house across Whiffington. And as sunlight flooded in through the windows, a strange crumbling sound started coming from the floor. They both jumped back from the unmade bed and saw the strangest thing ever. The floorboards began to shift and wobble, and then they started swirling. What had once been solid wood was now a twirling whirlpool into another world. Well, we're going to stop there for today. And have a great weekend, everyone. And I'll see you on Monday for another episode of The Creakers. Bye-bye.